Thank you.
This thing's not gonna fit.
If the water bottle won't fit, I'll just chuck it up. We'll get a new one.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Well, as the man said, I'm Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you. I'm JT.
JT, nice to meet you as well. So, you ever do anything like this before?
I've driven a couple of Porsches before.
Okay.
I've never driven a Lambo.
Nice. Have you ever been on the track before with the Porsches?
I have.
Awesome.
I've been down to the Porsche Atlanta, the Porsche Xperience thing.
Okay.
So I've driven that track a couple times.
Great. Great. Awesome. So we'll work on some things. The biggest thing is I've got all the mirrors set for me.
Okay.
You're in charge of what's going on out here. We'll set a nice safe distance on either side of the track. About 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet is great. Always keep your eyes up looking down that track. So let's put your foot on the brake. Pull this paddle shifter towards you one time. This way we're in gear, and when Dale lets us know, we can head on out. But the biggest thing that said is be looking down the track for that next cone. And we'll go through the hand signals. This is brake, lift, accelerate. So the red cone is brake, yellow cones are lift. We're just going to lift off the throttle and coast, and then accelerate after the green cones on those turns. We'll start to add power. I'll say things like roll power in, add more power, add more, add more.
Okay.
Along the way, and that's it. We just want to be smooth on that throttle. That's the biggest thing. You know, we don't want to add too much power too fast in the turn because the car will rotate on us. We build that power, build that speed gently, build it up, build it up. Same thing on braking. We're going to brake in those straight lines, release that brake, turn in, and then start to add our power. All that fluid, nice, smooth movement. Any questions for me as we go?
No, I think I'll probably go a little bit slower.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen the track
Yeah.
yet. So that first lap, I'm going to show you, there's a couple blind hills on this where you can't quite see at the top whether the track goes right or left. So on those, I'm going to give you a lot of heads up to know, hey, at the top here, we're going to be looking to the right for this cone. There's one section I'm going to tell you to look for a little cell tower in the tree because the cone is below it. You see that first.
Okay.
So all those little things that we'll just learn a little bit as we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But that's it. That first lap, take your time, learn it, comfortable, get a little quicker next time, a little faster. The biggest thing with this car is you'll feel those G-forces. There's a big sweeping left-hand turn, and we can just build power, and this car just sticks to the track. It is so much fun.
Nice.
So much fun.
Which car do you like the most?
I mean, they're all different. They all have their own little nuances to them. I like this one because it's all-wheel drive, 610 horsepower, but it really is locked down to the track. Don't forget to listen to the sound this car makes. It's beautiful, beautiful music. And you're at one of the best tracks in the country.
Yeah.
Atlanta Motorsports Park.
It's the first time I've ever been here.
On a beautiful sunny day, the sun came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of amazing here.
I've also got so I was going to try the Corvette.
Yeah, you're going to love that Corvette. So this will be a great way. You'll do these 3 laps, and then when you get in the Corvette, you'll be, keep building off of that.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Yep. So head on down, right behind that point. Yep, we're going to be right behind him as we head on. So just let's go over some passing real quick. If we're going to pass the car in front of us, that instructor will give us a wave. I see you guys. He'll let us know what side he wants us to pass on. I'll let you know when it's safe. We'll make that pass. If somebody's going to pass us, I'll let you know what side they're going to come on. We're just going to lift off the gas and coast. I'll probably just grab the wheel like that, let them come around, and we'll get right behind.
Okay.
Nothing to it.
So the A on this does that mean automatic?
Yep, so we're set up in automatic. The transmission will shift for us. And trust me, I've tried to out paddle shift this transmission. It's not worth the effort.
I have no desire.
Thing, it's a double clutch. It's ready for the next gear before we're even ready to know what hit us. So,
right.
So it's automatic is the best way you can really work on those steering inputs. And we just want to be nice and steady as we come in. There's a couple turns where if we just hold that wheel, we come right around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right, we're following that Ferrari. You don't hear that every day.
No. I don't imagine you could be much more than like 6'2" or 6'3" and comfortably fit in this car.
It is a little restrictive, and certainly with the helmet, because now you're 3 inches tall.
That's right, yeah.
Yep. So you'll see that blue sign down there? This is a sharp turn to the left. So take your time as you go through it. Just like the rest of this track, it's tricky and technical. Alright, so we're all going to line up behind that lead car. That lead car will take that first car out with it. You'll see we're going to build a nice gap between us and the Ferrari in front. So when we pull up to those blue cones, we'll let that Ferrari get all the way up to that first yellow cone. And that's a good gap. That way we don't have traffic.
Okay.
And we can have some room to play.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and that'll set the gap with the car behind us. This way, as you're starting to learn, we're not worried about passing right away.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I really like about this track is the elevation change. You see, we'll kind of come up this hill, drop back down, go down, come back up the back section. It's a blast.
Nice.
It's a blast.
So, do you like race professionally? Is that something that you do?
I do. I do endurance racing, so we're racing 8-9 hours a day, changing guys out every 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll race all over the country. We have a BMW E46 3 Series. And just the whole idea is keeping that car going all day.
Yeah.
You can't have one failure or you're done. You know, we're usually finishing within seconds of each other. It's that tight of a race.
Wow.
Yep. But they're all road tracks like this. You know, where you're just all the turns all day long, trying to save the tires, save the brakes. You could be the fastest guy out there, but if your car doesn't make it to the end of the day,
right,
you don't win. So it's not always the fastest lap that wins those races.
How do you get prepared for like a new track? I mean, do you watch video of it?
Yeah, I mean, video is a big help, but you really just need to get the seat time driving it, you know, experiencing the different spots on the track, where you want to be. We cone it out so that, you know, you kind of, well, in a race, there's no cones.
Yeah.
You know, you're picking that race line for yourself and your car along the way, looking for spots where you can pass people. So really the best thing is just driving a track over and over again.
Do you have a track that you like the best?
You know, I'm a big fan of Watkins Glen in New York. That's probably my favorite track. I've raced that many times. It's a little bit of a scary track. There's no real runoff like you have here. The guardrail is basically like this. So there's not a lot of room for error.
Gotcha.
But it is a great track. Once again, elevation change. It's on the top of a mountain, so there's a lot of changes to that track.
Oh wow.
But you know, today we've got this beautiful Lamborghini Huracan, all-wheel drive, sunny day. Track dried out nicely. Glad we got that rain out of the way quickly.
Oh yeah, yeah. You think you guys will bring the Mustang out today?
Mustang is right behind us.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it sure is.
Yep, the sun came out, so we're good.
I know our instructor was like, "Yeah, you can't really bring that thing out." When
No,
it's
we get a little damp track. We put that away.
Yeah.
It's too much horsepower, and really all it takes is just a little too much throttle coming out of the turn, and that car wants to come around. So it's a great car. I mean, and it blows you away how it handles and how it brakes. But you know, when you're in that 800 horsepower range, There's not much room for error.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's got a lot of good low-end grunt too, so it comes in early. All right, so these guys are finishing up their laps, and then we'll head out. And like I said, we'll build a nice distance between us and that Ferrari. So you're from here?
Yeah, I'm from Noonan, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Not too far away.
No, well, so Noonan is, from here, it's probably about 2 hours.
Oh, geez. All right.
I live in Roswell.
Gotcha.
So it's only like a 45-minute drive to get up here.
Yeah, that's not bad. All right, so let's pull up to those blue cones. And you'll see this Ferrari is going to let them get a gap. But I like to build a little bit more gap than that, just so we have a little more room. Beautiful. Let's head on in. So right beyond those two yellow lift cones, you're going to see that orange cone leaning down. That's going to tell us to turn left. You'll see a red cone as you come around. Put that red cone right to your door. Bring that into your side. And then you're looking for that green cone. As you come around that, put that to my side. And then stay all the way right, all the way up to that turn-in cone, and let that cone get almost to my door. Now turn in. This one, you can just hold that steering wheel and add power. Add a little more, add a little more, add a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Yes! As you come around, look for the tip of the green cone over here. Put that by my door, and then let the car track all the way out to your side. Give me a good push on that brake. Feel that brake? Beautiful. All the way up to that turn-in cone. Turn in, look through the window, and get that green cone to my side. As you pass it, add power and let the car track out to that orange cone. Add more power, add more. And right here, we're just going to lift off the throttle for a second. You'll see there's a green cone to this side. Put that right by my door, add a little power. And just to touch the brakes right here. Aim straight for that turn-in cone. As we get to it, put the green cone to your door. And then stay all the way left. Add a little power. At the bottom of this hill, we're just going to touch those brakes again. Touch. Beautiful. Turn us in. This is that blind hill I was telling you about. We're going to add power. Look for that green cone at the top. As we turn in, put that green cone right by my door, and you're going to look for that cell tower right there. The cone is right below it. Tells us to turn in. Green cone to your door, and add power. This is where we can build some speed to this back section. Add a little more. Add a little more. Add a little more. How you feeling?
Feels good.
Add a little more. We're going to come right up the hill. Keep adding. Keep following it. And here we're just going to lift for a second. Bring us over to my side. And back on power again for that front straightaway. Looking for our lift cones. We're going to lift. And lots of brakes. Slow us way down for this front turn. It is a hard left-hander. After this, we're going to get a pass on that Ferrari, so stay tight on him. Bring us right around. Add power. Add power. Beautiful. That's one full lap. Stay all the way to the right. Lift. Touching the brakes. Turn us in. And click back to my side. Stay all the way right. And now we're going to back on power again. Like I said, one input on that steering wheel, and build your power as we come through. Add a little more. Yes. Car just sticks like glue, doesn't it?
It does.
Woo! Come right down here and give me a good push on that brake. Stay in deep to that turn cone. Now turn in. As we pass this green cone, add power. Take him on the inside. Add power all the way down. Beautiful. Back to your side. Back to my side. And give me a good push on the brakes. Lots of brake here. Nice. Looking for that turn-in cone to guide us to the green cone. Stay all the way left. Give me a good touch of that brake. Beautiful. Turn us in and build some power as we go up the hill. This is so much fun coming up here. Stay all the way left. Touch of the brakes. Bring us in. Looking for our cell tower as we make this turn. That leads us to our cone. Coming down this back section and start to build your power for this back left-hander. This is the longest backhander, left-hander in the world. Keep adding, keep adding. Car just sticks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Take your time, take your time. Beautiful, add a little more. Feels so good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
We're just gonna lift, shift to the right, add more power. So sweet, isn't it? And lift, and blow us way down for that left-hand turn. How you feeling now?
That's nice.
Yes. Bring us in. As we pass this green cone, roll that power in. Roll it in, roll it in, roll it in, roll it in. Yeah. And here we're going to lift and brake. Lots of brakes. Beautiful. Turn us in. Back to my side. All the way to that cone. Then turn in. Set your steering wheel and add power. Take your time, take your time. It's super smooth, isn't it?
It is.
It just goes. Add a little more. Nice. Add a little more as we come down. And good push on the brake. Remember to stay in deep to that orange cone. Then turn in. Sets us up perfectly for this one. And we come through and we add a little power. Add power. And this is just shifting over. Nice. Give you some good brake. Sets us up nicely. Turn in. And stay all the way left. Beautiful. And just a touch of the brakes at the bottom of the hill. Nice. Bring us right around my side. Add power as we pass it. Looking for our turn-in cone. Just a touch of the brakes. Turn in. Green cone. Eyes up. Looking for our cell tower. Oh, super smooth. All right, let's build some speed. Beautiful. And this time, at that white wall, we're just going to lift. We're going to lift and stay all the way right to go into the pits. Woo! Right through those blue cones. How was that?
That was good.
Super smooth, man.
That's
Super
fun.
smooth. That was awesome. So now you got a good, take your time through here. We're going to slow down right through the pits. Beautiful. So now you got a good view of that track. You can really kind of get a good feel for it. That was great. Super smooth on that throttle. Super smooth on the brakes. See how those inputs are just so, almost just minute.
It's very, it's
Yep.
very sensitive.
Yep. And see how that back section, you set that steering wheel and it came right around. Same thing on that pole. You set that steering wheel and just build that power, build that power.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop right here at this red cone and get a quick picture.